You got to align yourself with the strong part of you. You got to, regardless of the circumstances, to judge not according to appearances. That you've got to be willing to go at it with everything in you, pulling deep down within, challenging yourself. Put yourself to the test. Start with some personal victories. It might be just say, well, for the next 30 days, do something that will just let you test yourself. For the next 30 days, every morning, I'm going to do just 5 setups every day. Just test yourself. Or the next 30 days, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go outside and walk just for 10 minutes. I don't care if it rains. I don't care if the temperature drops below 40 degrees. I don't care. I just want this, achieve this personal victory. Test yourself. When I was normalizing my weight, one of the things I had to do was to test myself. I found myself to be an impulsive eater, so I test myself. I went into a bakery and smelt the food. And I was watching myself. Here's what you're doing when you're testing yourself. You think before you think. See, my first mind would be, hey, watch yourself. My second mind, hey, doesn't that look good? You saw a skinny man get hit by a truck. A little bit more pounds, he might have lived. Put yourself to the test. Find out what you're made of. Monitor yourself. If you find yourself being fearful, feel that fear and acknowledge it. And then say, oh, okay, I'm scared. Yeah. I had to do that the other day. I had to speak to an AT&T group, rough group in New York. And I was listening to them in there. And they talked all through the other guy's presentation. My shoulders started getting tight. I'm walking backstage like this, loosening up. They thought I was going to come in and slug somebody. I say, yeah, Les, okay, I feel this tension here. Hey, they're just another bunch of human beings up in here. You Mamie's boy, what are you scared of? Loosen up. They ain't seen nothing till you come in there. Your time, they belong to you. Claim them. That we've got to get in a certain kind of state of mind and consciousness. That as you look toward where you want to go and what you want to produce in your life, you have a different kind of walk. You're no longer walking around like this. Have a different kind of walk. Your conversation is different. People will know something has happened to you and you don't have to say it. And we've all seen people whose lives changed and they didn't tell us, but we looked at them and we knew that something was different. You couldn't exactly put your hands on it, but something was different. There was something about the way they smiled or the way they walked or when they spoke and the speaking of their words. You knew, you felt it. You sensed that this person had changed. And that's what you want to send on. You don't have to go out and make any announcements. But when you know who you truly are, in spite of your circumstances, you can lose your job. You can lose your family. You can make mistake after mistake after mistake. You can lose your money, but you won't lose your spirit. People cannot believe in you. They can laugh at you. They can say you can't come back, lose your home, lose your car, everything, but you won't lose one truth. One redeeming truth that can keep you in the game. That is that there's something in you that's greater than what you are now going through. And that you are not going to become hypnotized by it. That's what happened to most people. They focus on their problems. Like a deer, when a car's coming at a deer, when he looks in the light, the headlights hypnotize him. And he gets run over. But if the deer would just look away, it will break the spell and he can move out of the way. A snake watches a bird and sneaks up and with an enchanting, engaging look, capture that bird's attention. And if the bird would just look away and leave, it could perhaps live. But it just keeps on looking at the snake as the snake gets closer and closer and closer and then grabs the bird and literally eat the bird alive. And many of us are eaten up alive by life. Because when things happen, we spend time looking at it and talking about it and whining about it. And anybody that will listen, we tell them about it and thinking about it and consume with it. And it keeps on multiplying and reproducing itself in our life experience. No. Break the spell. No. Doesn't matter what has happened. What do you want to happen? What is it you want to create in your life experience? What do you want to do now with the time that you have left? No. It doesn't matter what happened over here. That's history now. Doesn't matter what people think. That has nothing to do with you. Here's what matters. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do now? Okay, here you are. This is your life. What is it going to be? You know what most people do, ladies and gentlemen, why they don't reach their goals? Larry DeAngie touched on this when we were working on developing the presentation. Said most people disqualify themselves from the race of life before they get started because they see themselves as less than who they really are. We disqualify ourselves. How do you keep yourself focused and break that hypnotic spell? That's the purpose of the Mastermind Goal Achievers Journal. That's why you must write every available tool that you can bring into bear. Write things down. Monitor what your thoughts are, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're going through each day, staying on top of you. Have pictures to reinforce this thought, this vision that you have in your mind of where you want to go and what you want to do. You have to reinforce it with something visual sometimes. As you talk about it, don't just talk about it casually, but feel it. Look at your goal. See yourself there. Experience the applause. Experience the feeling of achieving the goal, of making the decision, or overcoming the challenge, or kicking the addiction, or reclaiming your life, or having your own business. Experience the glory, how you feel inside when you can say, I did it. See that happening. You're dreaming that, you're seeing that, you're experiencing that. No one else can see that but you. When you see it, as you walk through life each day, people will begin to see it through your eyes. They'll know that you're on to something here. You're going someplace. You've tapped into something. Your body language, your conversation, the whole feel, the electronic feel around you. People want to deal with you. You will attract other people just like you. When you go to that level, there are people who would want to deal with you just because of who you are. The universe will send you supporters just because you believe. That as you have that kind of intensity, have that kind of knowing, have that kind of faith, as you believe that good things are supposed to happen to you, as you know that you are qualified to have this, it is your right. You have earned this. You're willing to pay the price, night and day, giving up sleep, paying enormous personal relationships for what you want. See, sometimes life will do something to you. A friend of mine, Rhea, said she was working on a contract and the guy that had the power to make the decisions had her doing all kinds of different things. And she finally landed the contract after some very frustrating, or no, she called it character building experiences. She said, I developed a lot of character dealing with him. And she asked him, she said, why did you take me through all those changes? And his response was, I just wanted to see how bad you wanted it. You know, as life does that to us. Life will test you like that. How bad do you really want it? Les Brown, how bad you want it? Huh? I'm going to take your car. You're going to have creditors calling you every day. How focused can you be? Huh? You're going to have judgments filed against you, garnishy judgments against you. You're going to lose all of the materialistic things you have. How positive can you be now? You're going to lose your job. And people who you thought will help you won't be there for you. Where is your feeling of being empowered, having the capacity to create now? That's going to happen to you. And I say that what's necessary is that you stand courageously, daringly, that you become bold. In spite of this, I'm not giving up on my dream. Come with your best shot, because I'm here to stay. That kind of declaration and what you want, life will say, let's get back. Let her through. Let her through. No. Come on in. That one won't stop. Let's go get another wimp today. And that's why you read your books, you write your goals down, and you write down ideas that come to you, and you look at your pictures and you experience deep the emotion. I want you right now, I want you to just join me in feeling the feeling that I'm debt free. Just feel what it would be like having all your bills paid off. Just experience what that would be, but just smile right now. Experience right now some problem you had in your relationship. You thought it was over. You thought it was down to 2. But because you were willing to make a commitment to do what you can to bring it to another level, and being willing to get off being right. So you know what we want and what we have is far greater than our petty differences. That when things are happening to you, you look at them and say, that's some kind of wonderful. Life, oh, you doing some stuff today. You trying to break me down, aren't you, life? Trying to get to me, huh? Trying to make me cry, huh, life? Trying to make me give up on this dream, huh, life? I know what you trying to do. No, you ain't getting to me. No, you got me one time. You ain't getting me now. I know what's happening. So it's not necessary that I panic and get all upset. What's necessary is that I come up using my brains and my wits and being creative, as Ross Perot would say, and know I can handle you. I'm not going to tuck my tail and run, as a lot of people do. No. You got to be bold in life, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not bold, if you're not standing up inside yourself, if you're not willing to call into being the highest and the strongest that's within you when you're facing life's challenges, life will trample you. It will suck the life out of you. Your life will be miserable if you're not living in alignment with who you are. But see, when you discover the truth of this goodness, this power that you have within you, that truth will set you free from ever being a victim in life. That truth will enable you to handle things with a level of equanimity that will surprise you. That you learn how to really overcoming the world by not buying into what's in front of you. Knowing that that's life full of all kind of shocks, all kind of surprises. And one thing about life, on the road to life, there's no room for parking. You can't park. Because if you do park, somebody's going to run you over. But a lot of people, when they get shocked, they stop. Start holding their head. You know, somebody hit me. There's people running past them. Everything. Look at this hickey I got on my head. People say, you better keep running. Life is about keep on moving. Keep on moving. Don't try and stop and pull people out the race and come look at blood dripping down your face. They had some knots too. Don't feel sorry for yourself and try and organize a pity party. The shots are part of the program. So test yourself, ladies and gentlemen. One of the most important and necessary steps to developing your consciousness, knowing that you are the raw material. That's all you need